Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in Arborstone. Last episode we gained a new friend, Zenmai the assassin hero. We also worked on her build in the last episode, so this is going to be her trial by fire. Let's read the definition of the mission. For centuries, the Zu Heltzers have expanded and remodeled their house cathedral, adding new wings and levels on a yearly basis. Recently, the Council of Nobles determined that the cathedral and the area around it should have an official name since it had grown the size of a large town. Count Zu Heltzer particularly suggested the area be called Cathedral Zu Heltzer, but the other noble houses wouldn't hear of it, and Arborstone won the final vote. Oh, that's actually interesting. So he calls it Cathedral Zu Heltzer, the dude he met with Count Zu Heltzer. But the entirety of the Kurziks call it Arborstone. That's interesting, specifically because he uses Count Zu Heltzer in the dialogue for the pre-mission. That's a cool little piece of like information that I never noticed, huh? We'll come up here for a second because I want to get a nice picture of that waterfall off in the background. That's pretty. I like that. That reminds me of a Magic the Gathering card called Part the Water Veil. I don't know if you play Magic the Gathering, but that's a card that I always thought looked cool. It's a similar thing to that. All right, so we're here with Menlo and Danica, Mr. Zu Heltzer's daughter. Now remember, this place is sacrosanct to my family. It's been heavily guarded, and not even I know every word and protection that's been put into place. But don't worry, our defenses will never harm a Zu Heltzer. As long as you're with me, you'll be safe. So we saw a couple of these guys in the last episode, but these are the wardens. They're like the corrupted forest spirits. They look super cool. I love the way they look. And we're going to learn more about them as we go on and as we eventually get into the end game. What happened here, Danica? The wardens dare never came so close to Arborstone in the past. We might keep Zenmai around. I don't know. We'll see. I probably should run a ritual. Actually, I don't have any ritualist heroes. That's right. I was gonna say I probably should run a ritualist hero to augment Zenmai's attacks, but I don't actually have any ritualist heroes. There's another nice waterfall. I mentioned it in the last episode, but the skybox in this region is so cool. It's like the branches up in the sky, essentially blocking the sunlight out. Which I actually think is the in-lore universe of why the Kurziks are so pale, is because the Ekavald forest like completely covers the sunlight, but I might be wrong about that. It might just be a visual thing. But when I think about it, that does seem like a logical reason to me. Is that because the forest canopy covers light for the most part. Actually, what are her daggers' damage? 6 to 13? I don't think these are max. That's one thing I totally forgot is, yeah, no, we're gonna have to look for better daggers for her. Because unlike everybody else, her weapons damage actually matters quite a bit. Compared to the rest of these characters. Because everybody else is, using their spells to mainly augment their damage, but she cares more about the damage on her daggers. Another reason that casters are just generically better is you can more or less just leave them with whatever they come with. Alright, my uncle led an expedition to clear the cathedral. One man escaped and lived just long enough to tell the tale. He spoke of wardens and of creatures far more foul. We seal these doors to protect the house. Zu Heltzer have not reopened them until now. Be prepared for anything. Here's some wardens. Ah, they put drought traps. I'm surprised that these are all the same type of working. I don't remember that. That's cool. Kill them all. Alright, here's the Urn of Saint Victor. This is what we literally came all the way here for. Considering it's the beginning of the mission, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, I cannot pick up that item. We shall touch the urn until we've cleared the area of enemies. One hazard at a time is best. Okay. I totally forgot about this part. Yeah, you had to clear the room before you could touch it. I love the Kurzic architecture of like the buildings in the stone, like in the walls. Kind of cool. I love the Canthan culture of the Luxons and Kurzics. They're both really cool architecture and really cool designs for a lot of their stuff. Here's a ranger boss. Yeah, the trainer. One more group to clear out. The annoying thing about these wardens is that they leave these traps all over the place. I'm not sure what sort of trap this is on the urn, but go ahead and pick it up. Menlo is here if something goes wrong. Danica literally said, "Oh, it's trapped, but it's okay. We got a monk. He can heal you if it kills you." I would do it myself, but it could be dangerous after all. My father would have you killed if I die, and what good would that be? She said, you guys touch it. Of course. Oh, that's cool effect. Glass shattered. Run! Look at my heroes lazily walking their way out.
Countess, are you all right?
Listen, be damned! I didn't see that one coming.
Her voice.
I'm all right.
Brother Menlo?
That model is like 20 years too old for that voice.
I'm unhurt, but I'm trapped on this side. It's up to you to get the Countess and the urn out safely. I'll go around and meet you in front of the cathedral.
May Duena carry you safely to your destination.
May Balthazar give you the might to make it through. Go now.
he's like, don't thank me. He said, we already killed all the stuff back here. Y'all the ones in trouble. Okay, now let's make our way out of here. Stone Rain. These are new enemies. And they're kind of like these magical constructs that are inside the pillars. Pretty cool design. I really like it. So I forgot to mention. But the unique thing for this mission, well, one of them, is that the urn actually does something. So essentially, as you kill enemies and as you do damage, it empowers the urn. And the more empowered the urn is, whenever you drop it, the more damage it'll block. Which is a pretty cool thing. Now there's something else pretty cool about this mission that we were shown in the little cutscene there, with all the sides breaking, is that now there are actually 3 different paths we can take through the mission. And each one kind of has different enemies, depending on which one you go down. So Dredge are that way, if you remember them from the original playthrough. I forget what are this way, but I always go center, because that's where the wardens are, right here through the big hall. But I never actually go this far left way, so I think let's go this far left. Oh. Yeah, remember to not just randomly drop it, so we can actually charge it up to get a lot of damage reduction for the final fight. Looks like it's undergrowth this way. I've never been out here. This is like the castle courtyard. This is really cool. There are a lot of mobs in this garden, though. With a stone scale Kirin. They're like the Kirin, but they're made out of plants. Their tails are like ferns. Cool. Pretty snifty. But yeah, I've never been this way, so we're gonna use this as a chance to also kind of explore and look around. Looks like Zenlai leveled up. More undergrowth coming in. I like how there's still stuff falling on us, despite the fact we're not even inside anymore, but whatever. I'll let it slide for now, game. The dragon room. There's like a passageway. There's a Lissa statue over here. This is probably for the explorable area, because like in factions, you could, like in most of the missions of factions, you can actually come back to it later as an explorable area, so that's probably part of the explorable area. I don't actually remember this side from Vanquishing, so I'm not sure if you can get back here. There's the Ancient over here, which is an elemental boss, it looks like. Looks like a water and air alley. Yeah, water and air alley. That's actually something cool that they did in this campaign. They added a lot of elementalist spells. Excuse me. My voice went there for a second. But they add a lot of elementalist spells that actually cared about you having stats in another one of the elemental damages, which is relatively unheard of because most of the time you're just using the same damage type. But that was kind of a cool concept, and there's a couple spells like that. I think there's one actually per thing that cares about you having a different, Man, we keep getting this thing dropped on us. There's more to these gardens. It's pretty cool. I like this side a lot more. It's like a fountain with, something in it. I'm specifically trying to save this urn because, spoiler, there's a boss fight at the end of this, so having the urn to block a lot of the damage from the boss fight is ideal. cool little courtyard area. Some more Oni. We'll learn more about the Oni later, as well as more about the Hornets and the post-game factions. Alright, let's keep on going. More Shinomi. I mean, Zenmai can splat, but I think that's more because she has a lower armor than everyone else, because she's still a lower level. Oh, Talcora leveled up. Okay, it looks like we're coming towards the end. Some more. Yeah, so the right side, if we would have gone that way, there's some other like passageways and stuff, and down the center is the big cathedral, so I might just dip back into there for a second. Yeah, see there's the stone judge. That's the like final boss for the area. Yeah, see that big corridor? If we had literally just come out there, we would have just basically walked around this huge corridor. Of Saint Victor down to get the damage reduction. You guys have a lot of knockdowns in CC, and the zone thing will knock you down in CCU, so be a little bit careful. Thankfully, I don't think any of them are monks. No, it doesn't look like any of them are healers, so not too bad. Just this stone judge left as the final guy. Well, oh, there's a stone ring. All right. Oh. Yeah, if you run too far away from the urn, she yells at you. Alright, there we go. Now she should open the door, right? Oh no. Okay, never mind. I was worried we wouldn't be able to open it because of the frickin' falling rocks effect. Shut the door. It's Balthazar.
The wards failed, the gate collapsed, and for a while there, I wasn't sure my spell would work. I think, my friends, it's time to leave this place.
I couldn't
Agreed.
agree more.
Lead the way.
Right. Follow me.
There's been love.
Glad you could make it.
One down, one to go.
Indeed. Come, Master Togo will want to hear that we've recovered the urn. Thank you, Countess.
May the gods watch over you in your pursuits.
That is a different Balthazar statue, so all the statues are unique. I I totally forgot. I knew that the Nightfall statues were different than the Prophecies one. I didn't realize that the Factions ones were also different. That's cool. Makes sense, right? I like the bonuses for this campaign because most of them are just do it fast. And you know what? Sometimes I'm like Sanic and I gotta go fast too. But we're here now in the Atrium Ruins after clearing that out. Gets a nice little look at this outpost. This is like... This and another outpost are super weird. I'm not going to explain why, but just know that there are two outposts that are very, very awkward. Oh, wait. Records. Oh, never mind. That's a... But yeah, this is a challenge mission, actually, so it does have a reason for existing. But, this is where you get the staff. Interesting. But yeah, this mission doesn't have a... this outpost doesn't have a super big use besides that. I like this, window behind the gap there. Just having a little bit of a look around. I don't exactly remember what even is here. I never actually bothered to look around here. But yeah, I mentioned something about there being different heroes whenever we get to a new zone, and this is it. There's actually some Kurzik-specific hero, or sorry, not heroes, henchmen, that can join you on your adventures. So here's like the main group. These are like the, you know, the real heroes of the group. We got, you know, Aiden, Professor Guy for some reason. He's one of the teachers from the monastery. Devana, Eve, Sin, and Nika. Nika's been joining us on our adventures now as the assassin. But here are kind of like the Kurzik hero, henchman over here. Luca was the warrior from Xingje Island. He is a Kurzik. You can kind of tell he has a Kurzik armor and weapons, but obviously we wouldn't know that coming into the game. But now that we're here, we kind of realize, oh, why did that guy look different? Oh, it's because he's a Kurzik. I think he also mentions it in his dialogue. So yeah, we have Danica. We'd have two random people from... two random Kurziks. The cool headdress. But more importantly, we could have Sheila and Brutus. We could have the little wallows as henchmen. I love it whenever you can have humans as henchmen, or non-humanoids. They're just two big heckin' chonkers that could follow us around if we want. I might honestly use them, despite the fact that it'll tank my team's performance. Because, oh boy, are they not very good. But, anyway, that's going to be all for today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one where we go and meet up with the other side, the Luxons.